Hey, what is up? I'm Zav, and welcome to another Brown Dust Arena update, which is very chaotic this week. I did manage to end in Ruby, but it was because I tried to push for it like to the very last minute. And the thing about this week is that the sixth devil update is here, and there's obviously a lot of Nartas, Refi, and Gran right now. Like not a lot of Alec. I don't see a lot of Angelica, but I think the top three picks for the six devils right now is Nartas, Refi, and Gran. With Nartas being like almost in every single team, like 80 to like 90% of the teams I meet has Nartas, which is very significant to try to counter him. So yeah, let's go take a look at what I have right now. I have a Cali plus 11. I got the plus 9 from this from the free one, and then two helpers from the polls, and then Lucius plus 0. And Chalkle, I did manage to get her a plus 9, which is enough for him to counter Nartas. And then Levia is plus 10. Cecilia is now plus 9. Finally, she is moving forward, and she is like 12 books away to plus 12, and I really want to get her plus 12. Refi, unfortunately, is still plus 11. I have been trying to pull, like, without recording. Like, I'm pulling, like, just pulling with my gems and scrolls, but I could not get her last helper, which sucks, and I will talk about it later. My Stella is plus 15. Nartas is plus 3, and Dalvi is plus 15. So the reason why Cowley is here is that she's just there to block something, and it's the most efficient way to put her, because even though the enemy is going to be in the mid lane or in the bottom lane, she will still be able to taunt something. So yeah, that's pretty good. Now Lucius is here to stop something like Asmode and some Dalvi, which is also for Asmode. I did put him beside Levia because sometimes Levia can survive Asmode. Like the ones I've seen is like a really super crit damage buff plus 10 Asmode that could get through Levia and Refi. Excuse me. So Chalkle is very important right now, because since if the enemy Nartas is in the mid lane or in the top lane, which most likely if it's in the top lane, Cowley would have been already dead at round 2, the Nartas will end up hitting the Chalkle, and which with the current stats I have right now, I think it does around like 7k above fixed damage on reflect on the second turn. But the problem here is that, I mean, if it hits it's very satisfying to see a Nartas, a plus 12, a plus 15 Nartas hit my Chalkle, because it just oofs and it just saves me it gives me a lot of safety. The problem is that there are still people that use something like a Foxy, which is still also good actually if it's a Foxy, because it ends up saving my Lucius. But if it's something like Anastasia, it's kind of a waste, because you could have gotten rid of an artist, but instead it went to what was it? An Anastasia. And when I did my summons that I saw my Chalkles kill a Cowley, I don't actually know how it works, but sometimes he deals so much damage, and sometimes he also doesn't. I do not know why. Like sometimes it's like plus 12, plus 13, and it does kill. Then sometimes it does no damage. I don't know. So Levia, I placed Levia there intentionally so that I can have her take a hit. For example, if the enemy has turn 1 Dalvi, then the enemy Dalvi ends up hitting the Levia, which in turn has my Cecilia in the front line to protect from a Nartas. Because usually, like even I myself, I'm using Dalvi at turn 1 so that I can get rid of the front line Cecilia or whatever's blocking the way. But the way to get through that trick is to put Cecilia on your skip so that the Dalvi hits the front line, and now the front line becomes Cecilia, which blocks the Nartas. So that's basically what I'm trying to do right now. Basically, I'm trying to sacrifice Levia, because it's either I sacrifice Levia or Refi, and I need Refi because unfortunately, plus 3 Plus, even though I have kind of decent runes, +3 is sometimes gets blocked by something like a Cowley, and it's very painful because if Nartas gets blocked by a Cowley, he will most likely get blocked by that Cowley forever. Like, he will not be able to get through unless it's like above round 10, which is already done anyway. So I do have Stella because I don't have enough crit. Like, Refi doesn't give enough crit. I did try Michaela. Unfortunately, I do not get enough crit. Like, it gets to like 74 something percent crit, and I just don't want to rely on that. And also, the attack is pretty good for Dalvi because actually if you can triple buff your Dalvi, she can get through a Cowley. Actually, but triple buff is not an option right now. And also, I've been experimenting with different kinds of formations. Like, I went to mid lane, like I had my Cowley here. This is not the exact formation I'm making, this is not exact mercenary I'm using before, but I've been playing around trying to figure out how to escape the enemy Nartas. And something like this, since I really want to buff my Cowley with Refi, because she does give a significant amount of survivability because of the healing from this. It's a lot of healing, and she also can reduce the damage and reflect something like a multi-attacker, which is really good. Unfortunately, this is the only formation I can do that I can have Cowley, because Refi needs to be buffing Nartas, and I have no choice to do that. And also, you can do this kind of formation, like you go in the middle. You can do that in the middle. Not the exact formation. Just look at the first lane and second lane. Like, you can do this. You will be safe from Nartas in the bottom lane. And the thing about the meta right now is that it's either you get your Nartas out first, or you get wrecked by the enemy Nartas. That's the deciding factor of the current arena right now. Like, it's either you die or the enemy dies on the second round. So you really want to make sure that your Nartas, I'm assuming that you have Nartas, you have to make sure that he survives the second turn. And if he does survive the second turn, and the Dalvi, which is supposed to be in the same lane with Nartas, gets rid of the front lane Cecilia, then you will be Gucci. The game is done. As long as Nartas doesn't get blocked by something like a Gran or a Cecilia, you are done. So, yeah, am I missing something? I think that's like the problem right now is that, like, I cannot play with formations because Refi isn't +12. Like, I really want to get that buff, that Refi buff on Cowley. But unfortunately, I mean, I can do it if she was +12. I can like go to like 1 on Refi and then 2 on Stella, and Cowley would get the buff. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about it. Also, by the way, Chalco at +8 and below, it's not going to be enough. You're going to have to need an insane amount of attack to get to like 4k, 4.5k reflect. Like +9 just brings you makes it so much easier. I also want to +7 him because I don't know, I actually want to build a Belief team right now, but I'm poor. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. And how was your arena win rate this week? Because mine was okay. The win rate, it actually was bad before this. At a point it was bad, and then I got to like finding the formation I really want. The defense though is really bad. Like, I can't do shit about it. It's really bad. It's really just bad. The advantage of having your Nartas go first is just so big that it's basically the deciding factor of the meta right now. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up now. If you want to support me, please go check out my other channel in the description, and I'll see you in the next video. And comment below your win rate this week. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.